What's something you didn't realize for years members of the opposite sex do? For a while as a kid all I heard was girls don't have a wee-wee, so I thought all they had were balls. It took me a while but I figured it out eventually. Edit. THX4 Gold. Women check out the bulge in a man's pants. I always thought guys wearing tight pants just had a strange fashion sense. But apparently they are giving women a show. Excuse me? I came to this thread to have a good time and I'm honestly feeling so objectified right now. PM me your bulge. New username right there. That guys unstick their balls. And it feels damn good. And long step angels burst into song. Edit. First gold ever. Thank you stranger. I'm more of a what's this? Are my keys kind of guy. I worked with a 25-year-old gentleman. Let's call him Paul because that's his real name. Who believed every woman in the world had their period at the same time. When he told me this I burst out laughing because I imagined that he saw women's periods as a werewolf change brought on by a full moon or something. God I miss Paul. Edit. I realize periods sync up to a certain extent. Please stop telling me this. I think you are missing the point that our dear mutual friend Paul believed that the symptoms and blood flow began at the exact same moment in time for every single woman on the planet. This is amazingly dumb of me but up until I was in HS, I thought girls only used tampons pads to prevent potential leaks. I just bet into chicks had a sphincter muscle in their V and they sort of held in all their period stuff until they went to the bathroom. Just like pooping. God I wish. My boyfriend thought this too except he thought the pads were just cause we were too lazy to wipe. Definitely a man's perspective. Source. Have again. I learned on r/ask women that sometimes when they fart a little bit of the gas can get trapped in the V, creating a little fart bubble in there. If they swiggle around then it gets released. Let me clarify, it gets trapped in the seal of the lips, not in the V. In that case guys can relate. I have had farts get stuck under my ball sack right at the taint and have to adjust to let it loose. Happens a lot sitting in my leather chair. In my freshman year of college, one of my guy friends was horrified to hear that girls' periods last a week. He thought we had symptoms for a week and then let all the period blood out at once like going to the bathroom. He thought that pads and tampons were for if you knew you wouldn't have enough time to go to the toilet to let it out. Oh my god. Just imagine letting it all go at once. That's horrifying. While convenient, just imagine the aftermath. Edit. Words. I'd take one bad bathroom trip a month compared to what I go through now. Did you skin a deer in here? WH. What? I'd like to know if girls do this. As a man, if I walk into a bathroom where one other man is shitting, he will almost 100% of the time sniff to make a noise that I'll hear every yucking time. If I'm pooping, I usually just sit there in complete silence and pray that the other woman isn't in there too long. Then there's that awful moment when she's in there to poop too and it's a standoff. Whenever I'm in a public bathroom stall dropping a deuce and another dude come in, I will wait silently for him to leave. Although if I hear a stall door lock and the sound of him getting ready to take the Browns to the Super Bowl as well, I'm like a kid. He's going to shit too. I'm shitting. He's shitting. We're shitmates. We all do it. Whatever. I didn't know till my 20s that girls had to go to the gynecologist routinely. I always thought they only went when they're pregnant or something is wrong. Serious question, though. Do you really have to go regularly if nothing is wrong? Isn't a bit like how some people won't go to the dentist for 3 years if they don't have any obvious reason to. Edited to add. I have learned today. I always used the Netflix password for that. Holding the birth control hostage would be all too counterproductive. No, it would be reproductive. I didn't think that women farted until I followed my extra wide-bottomed aunt up the stairs out of the church basement. I was 7 years old, right behind her. Behind her took me by complete surprise. The horrible odor permeated my nose and mouth. I could taste it. Made me dizzy. That's when I stopped believing in God. Not wash their hair every day. Some women only wash their hair a couple times a week. If you're sweating a lot in a day, you shower, but the natural oils in your hair are what keep it looking good. Using shampoo every day destroys it. I'm a guy with buzzed hair and I still wash it every day. How else is it going to smell like daffodils? OMG. Girls, did you smell you/that massive un today? Daffodils. Girls pee in the shower too. I learned this the awkward way. A hidden camera? Not even. The first time I ever experienced shower fun. I walked in and didn't announce myself. Opened the curtain and couldn't unsee. You know Zoidberg from Futurama? How he does that whoop 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 crab walk. That's what this looked like. Women pheromones attract bobby pins, causing them to multiply and hang around all over the house or apartment. Let me tell you about bobby pins. I put 10 bobby pins in my hair one day for a performance. After the performance, I pulled out all 10, showered, brushed my hair, and went to bed. The next day, I woke up, brushed my hair again, and had to put in the same 10 bobby pins again. I specifically know it was 10 because I'd lost all of the others. That night, I pulled out 11 bobby pins. The yuccas were breeding in my hair. Tear people apart with their gigantic claws. Wait, that's bears. Never mind then. Bears are human. Winks off redemption. Edit. Thanks for the karma Uknads. A flush before you're done peeing toilet game you gentlemen do. Edit. Thought it was self-explanatory, but since I'm getting a million messages asking what this is, apparently the game is to flush in the middle of peeing and see if you can finish before the toilet is done flushing. Timing is everything. Today I learned I did not invent this game. Especially at the urinals. We call it the flush rush. I found out around 16ish that when NS become erect it happens in twitches. I thought they just went up in one motion. Like one of those pipe whistles. Edit. Did not expect this much feedback, since I was 5 hours late to the party. To clarify, I probably should have said pulses, as in the blood pumping into it. However, it doesn't happen in one motion as I previously thought, at least the 4 I've seen. Generally it happens in pulses. There were probably other times when it just came up and I didn't see it, so maybe then it did happen like a slide whistle. For the guys confused by this, maybe your N works differently. It's with a beat of the heart. With each pulse, there's another surge of blood. The same principle applies to it deflating. It's super hilarious to watch and secretly giggle about in your head while basking in the sexy times afterglow. Edit. I'm mad that my top comment on either of my accounts is about N inflation. The first paragraph in your comment has the makings of a hit love song that's actually about a N. Edit. I'm happy that my top comment is about a N love song. I am learning so many things in this thread. Enjoy sex. Somehow I was convinced it was just a favor girls would do for guys if they were feeling generous or bored. Sitcoms. Edit. Quick, everyone say marriage. I'm a girl and I didn't know that until college. High school was hard. That's because people talk about girls giving it up to a guy, or don't let him do that to you. We grow up being taught that sex is something a guy does to a girl, or gets from a girl. If a girl likes sex, it was humiliating. At least how I grew up, but not for a guy. I didn't know it was enjoyable and okay for both have sex until college. I didn't realize how much girls think about the possibility of getting raped or assaulted when they go out. Makes me take for granted the fact that I don't have to really worry while walking home from work at night. Edit. Thanks for the gold whoever did that. I don't know what I did to deserve my new powers, but I'll try to do nothing but good with them. It never even occurred to me until I was talking to a female friend about how awesome solo midnight walks are. I didn't understand why she wouldn't want to until she mentioned that she was afraid she might be raped. This fact make me uncomfortable passing a woman who I'm walking faster than late at night. I usually try to take a wide loop around them, cross the street or just take a different route to avoid making them nervous. I imagine how I would feel walking in a bad part of Detroit at night. I'd probably be very nervous if I heard someone walking behind me and getting closer. I just wanted to thank you for doing this. The fact that you go out of your way literally to make strangers on the street feel a little safer makes me so grateful. Seriously, thanks. 3. I did not know about morning wood until my roommate and I watched the proposal, then had her boyfriend explain to us the line "it's the morning." At age 21. I had to explain to my then boyfriend's younger brother's girlfriend what morning wood was because they were having a huge blowout fight about how he just wanted sex all the time, even in the morning. You just want sex. Yep, that was a fun night. Edit. It. Half the people want morning sex and the other half is insulted by the mere concept of morning wood equals wanting morning sex. She thought erections were 100% controllable? Imagine the power. You could punch people by releasing and retracting really quickly. I've learned that girls screenshot everything and anything you say and post it in group messages. I have a friend who hasn't fully realized that anytime he tells my friends essentially how much he still likes me, I will find out within 10 minutes of the end of their conversation. I'd never be that dumb. Tom. Spilling your guts to untrustworthy people isn't normal, but when you're high on old books it is. Tom. Not even once. I didn't realize until fairly recently that some guys wear underwear under their swimsuits. My swimsuit is basketball shorts, so I wear boxers with those. Or else when I get out of the water all you see is a bulge where my shorts are suctioned to my D. Makes sense. I've seen guys wear swim trunks with boxers. I think they said something about the mesh being uncomfortable. Ah yes, the internet. Girls don't pee out of the same hole you uck apparently. It was years until I realized they didn't pee out of their butt. It took me until I was 9 to figure out they peed at all. They pee? Next thing you're gonna tell me is that they poop. For years I thought women wanted to hear that they looked better without their makeup, until I realized women almost seem to think of beauty as a learned skill instead of an inherent quality, and that fashion and makeup are appealing to them because it's something about their appearance that they have full control over. Now when I hear a guy claiming makeup disgusts them and that they think their crush flirt target wants to hear they look better without it, it sounds desperate and like they don't actually understand or like that woman's femininity. It sounds like they're basically saying you did all this hard work for nothing. And women would rather hear that it was worth it and that all that hard work was appreciated. I'm sure I'm getting something wrong in this. I've never really shared this thought or realization with anyone, so I don't know how accurate it actually is. Obligatory edit. Oh damn. I actually got guilt for this? Neat. D. I'm not in any way saying that's what's going on if you just don't like makeup. I'm sure for most of you who don't it isn't. I just thought I should explain that better and explain the distinction between what I'm talking about and guys who just don't like working around their girls' makeup at intimate moments or who just don't like obvious makeup. If I'm not wearing makeup and a guy tells me I look good, I enjoy it. If I'm wearing makeup and a guy tells me that I shouldn't because I look better without, then I get annoyed because I enjoy wearing the makeup and feeling good with it on and don't enjoy getting told that I basically should not have done something I feel good in. I think you are for sure on the right track. Best comment of the day. When it comes to hearing men talk about the scale, it makes me insecure. It didn't used to, but after one certain time, it has since bothered me. I had been sitting next to a friend and she wanted to get her guy friend hooked up. She didn't tell me. I read this in her messages when she had her phone in her lap. I didn't say anything. She found a way to get a picture of both of us, then sent it to the person and asked what he thought. He said 3/10 and honestly that fucking hurt. Like, I know I'm not ugly. I'd say I'm a 7/10, between average and absolutely beautiful. It just really hurt that I was being judged by my looks so quickly. He answered within seconds and it just seemed like I was some sort of object/art piece for him to look at. I don't feel like an object all the time, but I'm always reminded of that moment when people talk about the scale.